Per instructions from our magnanimous judges, I am here to tell you that trying to put a previously on reel at the beginning of this round would have been a bad idea, and been longer than the round itself. As such, if you don't remember what happened before, you should probably just go ahead and go watch those other 2 videos. As an alternative to that, please admire the bracket as it currently stands, and familiarize yourself with the current positions of each villain. Please note that I lost in the very first round, if you like, and then leave a disdainful comment about that down below. We will now continue with the video you clicked on, also known as completing the best worst Marvel villain bracket, rounds 4, and the finale. Thank you. Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the... No, we're not doing that. Why not? Because, my dear fake guest judge, today, alongside examining each villain in terms of legacy, badassery, and style, a 4th element will be added to our decision in terms of showmanship. Isn't that just style, but fancy? No. Oh, well, please enlighten me. I will do no such thing, considering it was your idea. Well then how about you enlighten the audience? There's nobody actually watching this, but for the sake of just clearing things up, I guess. Showmanship is the talent portion we sort of kinda promised in the very first round, but we didn't actually do. We decided to pit the final 4 against each other using the original 3 categories of style, badassery, and aftermath of their evilness, alongside this 4th completely involuntary category that none of the villains should be forced to compete in, but we're gonna make them anyway, because we're here to have fun. And also we chose to add it so that the video will be longer than it probably will be with just the 4 of them fighting with one another. Yeah, also that. Without further ado, let's kick it off. Who do we have on the left side of the bracket? Helmut Zemo versus Ultron. Foes I am quite familiar with. I think you're pretty familiar with all 4 of them, Mr. Stark. Well, that's not a transparent statement on our feelings on the matter of villains, is it? Let's get into it. Zemo and Ultron, you've both made it this far, but only one of you can continue on the journey to becoming Marvel's best, worst villain. That was a very good Tyra Banks. Thank you. Clearly, the 2 of you are done taking this seriously. Unfortunately, Robot, who aided in the deaths of my whole family, I believe we must face facts. There is no possible way any of the 3 of us that remain will defeat Thanos in the final round. It's going to be you or me against him, and I don't think either of us stand up to him in terms of legacy alone. That's why we're not just looking at legacy. Oh yeah, because your goofy talent show is definitely going to give us the edge over him. Right. Hey, don't disrespect the talent show. Showmanship off. Showmanship off? Whatever it is, neither of us is going to beat Thanos in the end, so there's no point. As much as I hate this, I believe the robot should move on to the final round. Sorry, what? If you had not done what you did, I would not have had any reason to target the Avengers for the actions taken in Sokovia. I am your legacy. That is what we decided before. Okay, but to be fair, the aftermath of the actions that Zemo took were much more prevalent than the aftermath of Ultron's badness, right? No, think about it. Ultron's aftermath was Zemo's aftermath. I guess that's true, isn't it? But it isn't just about legacy. I think, technically, Zemo was more of a badass than Ultron. But Ultron was still cooler looking. Thank you. I designed it. Well, half. Are we still doing the talent show? Showmanship off. Whatever. I'd like to, but I don't think it's necessary since Zemo conceded. This is what I have done, yes. So, no showmanship off? It's not necessary. But it would have been fun. Or very embarrassing. Good point. Well, thank you, Zemo, for being here. I can only wish the robot luck in the battle to come. I am in so much trouble. We all are, I think. Mr. Stark, you sticking around? I said that I would, didn't I? You did. Then here I stay. Bring him in. Okay. Hello, otherworldly beings. I will begin by stating that I am not afraid to fail, but I am also not afraid to beseech success. We've been doing this for weeks now, and frankly, I'm tired of it. So could we cut the small talk and just get right into it? Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Well, where to start? Hi, yeah, guy who ruined everything for Thanos once before. Gonna do it again. Considering that Zemo conceded to Ultron because he was technically Ultron's legacy, shouldn't Thanos concede to Loki because he's technically Loki's legacy? Come again? Well, 'cause, technically, Loki came to Earth, and then you decided, once he failed, that you just have to do your badness yourself. So, if Loki hadn't been defeated by the Avengers, you would have been over it, right? That was how I understood it, yes. So, technically, your whole thing was part of Loki's legacy, which just, blows you out of the water right away. And we don't need to talk about style, 'cause, Mr. Stark. Sorry, right? And yeah, you might have been a bigger badass, but that only puts you ahead of Loki in one category. So if we decide to do the showmanship part, which I doubt, and if you were able to defeat Loki in the showmanship part, which again, I doubt, you might have a chance, but I doubt. So I'd say you're kinda out, but he's hardcore out. That is something you humans say, yes. Hardcore? We do say hardcore, but generally not when referencing an alien. A little racist, and not technically correct, but sure. But I think Mr. Stark is onto something. Are you sure you want to think that way? You know what? Yeah, I do. Because it's ridiculous that no one else thought they could possibly win because you were here. All of the villains have their own pros and cons that I think everybody forgets about because you came along. I'm the best. No, you're not. You're not. Because without the other villains, I don't think you'd be here. Yes, that's exactly right. This whole bracket should just be about proving that you wouldn't be as great as everyone thinks you are without everybody else that we've talked to. This is absolutely ridiculous. No, it's not. And that's the whole point. I can't believe we're only just now realizing this after letting him coast through the entire bracket because we were afraid of him. Because we just assumed he'd be the winner at the end. He shouldn't be. Because without everyone else that's up here, he'd be nothing. I killed off half the living population in the universe. And then they were brought back. And you lost. Hardcore. Ah, there it is. You're out, dude. Get gone. Go back to whatever decimated planet you came from that I can't even remember the name of, because once you're dead, you don't matter. And you're dead, thanks to this guy. She's talking about me. I am Iron Man. Bitch. Farewell. You can't just... We can, actually, because we're the ones in charge here. Fine. This was a pointless competition anyway. He is absolutely right on that point. This was pointless, because we can't possibly judge each villain against one another. Every villain was different, had a different mindset, different goals, different reasons for even wanting to be a villain. putting Stain up against someone like Zemo is ridiculous because they had different intentions, different, excuse the irony, end games for what they wanted to achieve. Okay, I think you can be done being preachy. Sorry. I just want to get across the point that this was dumb and I regret it entirely. Okay, but if you were to choose a winner, who would it be? You're not getting an answer out of me, but my winner was Adrian Toombs way back in round 1. Well, if you were to choose a winner from the two of us remaining. Yeah, pick a winner between the two of us. Morality says that I should pick Ultron since he's like kind of my son, but that would be favoritism. Guys, we're done here. You must declare a winner. I don't have to do anything. This was my bracket. If I wanted, I could rip the whiteboard off the walls, but I won't because that would also rip paint off the wall, and I want my security deposit back. Oh, but that would be a great way to end this, though. Please pick a winner between myself and Ultron. I beg you. You beg? That's funny. Show me. Please. I will do this by doing the same thing I always do when a choice doesn't matter. Give me a second. Alexa, flip a coin.
Flipping. It's tails.
With Thanos out, Loki's on the right, and Ultron was on the left? Or am I wrong? No. Loki's on the left, Ultron's on the right. Tails, Alexa said, which means Loki's the winner. Well, that's fair. There was never any doubt. Loki's the best villain in the MCU. Good for him. This was stupid. I'm me. I was Tony Stark. I was every villain. I've developed schizophrenia. Phew, that was a bad joke. Yeah, cut. Well, this sucked. Yeah, but we made it through. And you called me Mr. Stark the whole time, which just kind of makes me feel old. Hate to break it to you, but you are old. Take it back. I'm not going to lie to make you feel good. That's the nice thing to do, though. No. Never ask me to do something like this again. I didn't ask you to... Okay, you know what? We're done here. I'm out. I'm out. Bye. Thanks for watching this. It was a complete waste of everyone's time, especially mine, because I made it and edited it and made it this what it was. So sorry. Well, this was fun. Bye, everybody.